Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be on breastfeeding. Touchy subject with some, I know, but I just wanted to put it out there that you could plan for it, but you just don't know what's going to happen. I'm just going to tell you my story and what I chose to do. So let me begin. Before I was pregnant, I've always said that I would always breastfeed. That's what you're told to do. And I just thought, well, that's the most natural thing, so that's what I'll do. I didn't think about the possibility of not being able to do it, or not enjoying it, or perhaps the baby not enjoying it. I didn't think about that, so I always said that I would breastfeed my baby. And not to mention that baby formula is expensive, very expensive. So I thought, oh well, I might as well save money and feed for free. When I got pregnant, I discovered that not everyone can breastfeed, and I decided that, well, I will try, but I'm not putting all my hopes on it because I don't want to be disappointed if I can't do it. So throughout my pregnancy I decided, yep, that's it. Whatever is best for my baby is what I'll do. So if I can breastfeed and it's best for my baby, then I'll breastfeed for as long as I can. But if he needs a bottle is what he'll get. When my baby was born, if you watched my video about my delivery, I will pop the link down below, but if you did watch that, then you will know that I had quite a traumatic time and lost a lot of blood, which then meant my milk was delayed. So although I was in intensive care, I managed to get my baby down, and the midwife came and helped me and showed me what I had to do, and she was really good, really helpful. The baby latched on, although not much comes out at the start. It's just the colostrum, I think is how you say it, which is really good for the baby. That's the most important time to feed the baby, is the first milk that comes out. But because I was so ill and I'd lost so much blood, my milk was then delayed, so not very little was coming out. When I was in high dependency, the midwives were all shocked that I was actually wanting to breastfeed, considering how ill I was. But I was like, no, I want to do it, I'm determined, I will do it. I want to try and do the best for my baby. And they were really good and brought him over to me because I was unable to get up, and he latched on really well. The pain, I'm not gonna lie, is unbearable. It is so sore. But we then discovered that Arlen was tongue-tied when he was born. It was quite a bad tongue-tie, which can make it then hard for feeding and makes it more sore. So bear that in mind, and I'll just bring that up a bit later on. So that mixed with the milk issue from the blood loss, it was quite tough, and Arlen became dehydrated while we were in hospital, and then had to get on a strict diet where he was getting fed every 2 hours. So it was milk from me and topped up with a bottle, and he guzzled that bottle, and I felt awful. I was thinking, oh my god, I've starved my baby, he's not getting enough milk from me. So I was happy that he was just getting fed, but they were still determined that I'd be fine to breastfeed. Kept trying my best, kept feeding him as much as I could, and then about a week later my milk came in and I was leaking everywhere. If you're a mum, you'll know. I would be fine 1 second, I'd look down and my whole top would be soaking wet. Yeah. When I got home and I was trying to breastfeed, I obviously wasn't getting enough milk for him, so I decided that I would do mixed feeding. So I was feeding him myself and then topping him up with formula. Sorry, TMI, if any family members are watching this, maybe fast forward this bit. But basically my nipples were actually hanging off. There was a big slit down the side, and it was hanging off. It was bad. It was then getting infected, and I was told under no circumstances was I allowed to feed from that side. Kept feeding him on the other side, and then that one started to get the same, so I had to try and get the other side to heal as quick as possible. And the best healing is actually breast milk, so I would always like get a bit of breast milk and put it on the area and try and get it to heal as quick as possible. Family members can listen again. Yeah, it was tough. I used to sit and pull my hair to try and divert the pain to another area because the pain was so bad that I'd be sitting sweating, crying. It was so sore, and I've since discovered that it was because he was tongue-tied, that the nipple can't get right back to the soft palate, so it was at the hard palate. That's why it was so sore and why it ended up ripping. When he was about 3 weeks old, he got his tongue tied snipped, which is a really easy procedure. I was petrified for it. I was more scared than him, obviously he was only 3 weeks old. By the time my tear got from here to here, it was over, and it's just literally go in and snip and that's it. And after that, when I fed him, it was so easy and there was no pain, but he obviously wasn't used to it going this far back and he started to gag. I had to try and feed him the best I can, and I managed to go up until about 6 weeks, and I would feed him maybe once or twice a day. But my milk just dried up, and I could have then tried and expressed and got more out, but at that point he was just over it. I felt awful, I felt guilty still, but do you know what, he was getting fed and that's most important. I will say though, I've never felt more judged or so self-conscious as when I was out and about with him and I was feeding him a bottle and he was maybe 4 months old and people are still breastfeeding, and people I felt were looking at me as if, I mean, I look young, so I think people just assumed I was a young mum, didn't care enough about my baby to breastfeed him and just shoved him on a bottle, which was not the case. I felt I had to tell everyone why I was feeding him a bottle. I feel like the odds were against me with the whole blood loss and tongue tie and being so unwell, that just getting my baby fed was more important than stressing about him latching on or taking my own milk. He did get the most important part of it, so that's a positive. But yeah, if I could have breastfed for longer, I would have, but that just didn't happen for me, and I'm okay with it now. I do feel like the health visitors were a bit patronising about it. They were very much trying to make me upset, saying when they came round and said, how are you feeling about him not breastfeeding, and I would say, well, as long as he's getting fed, I'm okay. And they were very patronising, and they were like, oh, are you sure? How do you really feel about it? As if they were trying to push for me to have some emotion that I did actually have, but I wasn't letting her see it because I wasn't letting her get me down. I did the best for my son, and that's all I can do. I'm not against anyone who breastfeeds, and I'm not against anyone who bottle feeds either. Fed is best, and as long as your baby is healthy, then we're on to a winner. That was just my brief story on my breastfeeding experience. This is not in any way trying to influence anyone on how to feed your baby. Whatever is right for you is right for your baby, and don't let anyone pressure you or make you feel bad for what you've chose to do. If you have any questions or want to know more, then please let me know, and I will hopefully get another video up soon. It's just been so busy now I'm back at work. It's just trying to find time to schedule everything in. I think I might do a wee vlog on Christmas Day. You can let me know if you like the sound of that. I don't know, maybe my Christmas Day is too boring, I don't know, but my family are bonkers. My gran has been known to wear a monkey onesie. Yeah, that's a story for another day. I hope you liked my video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!